set? Yeah, learn set by leveling up.
Yeah.
And we'll go to Gen 1.
Oh, yeah. Gen 1, sorry.
Yeah. Gen 1. Yeah. Okay, so it has Ember from level 1.
Okay, good.
It goes Tail Whip at 1 as well. 16, so it'll have quick attack.
Boy, he doesn't learn a lot of moves.
Yeah, and then Roar, Confused Ray, Flamethrower, Fire Spin.
Can you just bash in Ninetales as well so I can see what that learns? Because I could evolve it straight away. Because it's Firestone applicable. Sometimes I say words and I don't know where they're going to the end of the sentence.
You just freewheel towards the end of the sentence and see where you land. It's impressive.
Like, I know what I want to say. Yeah. It's how I say
it's like
it.
the equivalent if you were driving me somewhere and you just took the hand off the wheel and expected we'd get there. Okay, learn set by leveling up for Ninetales.
No, I'll tell you what it more is. Like, I know the content of what I want to say in my head, but I choose to start the sentence in a way that makes it 10 times more difficult to get to the end of the sentence, to make it grammatically correct, to make sense.
Oh my god, Ninetales literally learns nothing.
Wait, hang on. Oh no, because it must just take whatever moves you learn.
So you're going to need to keep it full picks to level 35 or 40.
Oh, that's fine.
It does learn a fair few TMs, but only one fire TM. Fire Blast.
I didn't realise Vulpix kind of sucks. I have to say something as well, from being on this couch for the last week, playing nothing but Stardew Valley. This couch has destroyed my back.
Is it?
It's not conducive for spines.
Huh. In short term, like when I'm sitting here for an evening just doing streams, it's fine. But I suppose a week is slightly longer.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably my fault for not, you know...
I was almost certainly.
Thanks. Oh, jeez, again. I'm a rambling, gambling dude.
How long we got?
Oh, we got good. 45 minutes.
Left?
Yeah. Because it's an hour and 15, isn't it?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that. I suppose time flies and drags all at the same time.
No, I know, right? It's all conducive. God, Pidgey learns some fucking moves.
So Axl Rose is the new frontman of AC/DC. Mark.
You could have just started and ended that sentence with Axl Rose, and I would have given you the same expression. Like, fair enough. Brian Johnson wants to save his hearing, and I'm all for that. But come on now, like.
Preach, brother.
Anyone getting excited about Axl Rose and Guns N' Roses in 2016, I seriously question a lot of things about that person in particular. I mean, and alright, fine, I'm a man who's constantly stuck in 1993, alright? A lot of the music that I listen to is from that period. But even then, I am able to listen to something from 2016 and enjoy it. Get with the fucking times. Live in the now. Jeez. Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong for saying that?
I didn't think I was going to set you off this much. That's not quite the level of... What was it I went off on last week?
Probably comic books. Or Marvel films.
Oh, it's Iron Man 3. Yeah, it was. It was Iron Man 3. God, fuck that film.
I mean, I don't have as much vitriol about it because, like, it doesn't affect my life, obviously, in any way, but...
Oh, it makes me so mad.
But, like, people have been getting burnt by that motherfucker for the last 15, 20 odd years. I mean, let's start from...
We're back to Axl now, are we?
Yeah, we're back to Axl.
Okay.
Let's start at the Chinese...
Did we ever really leave Axl?
Chinese Democracy. What a piece of shit album that is.
Duke Nukem Forever of music.
Even without the whole fucking it taking 20 years to make that album, that is a fucking dumpster fire of an album if I've ever heard one. Absolute garbage. Then there's the numerous gigs and festivals they've done since that time where, like, they've been an hour late to get on stage or just not turn up at all. And yet people still fucking pay money to go see that motherfucker.
It was like a riot in Dublin. Where he didn't
like you need an excuse.
I'll look up the story here when you're ranting about him.
I don't get it. People are stupid. I don't like people. Why? Whatever. I'm done. I've got no more to say. I don't want to waste energy on that waste of energy.
You have a bucket head though. Am I right?
Well, like everyone needs a gimmick. Fair enough.
Yeah, this is from 2010.
Uh-huh.
After the chaotic ending to their set at the Reading Festival last weekend, Guns N' Roses appeared to be continuing their rock diva antics at tonight's concert at Dublin's O2. According to reports here at State HQ, this is from state.ie, the band arrived on stage behind schedule and played for around 20 minutes before Axl Rose left the stage after missiles were apparently thrown towards the band. It's a move that led many in the crowd to believe the show had ended, but with most of the audience already having departed the venue, the latest news we're receiving is that the band have since returned to continue their set. This is from an eyewitness account.
Uh-huh.
What happened over the next hour and a half was surreal, with O2 venue staff coming on stage to announce the walk-off was due to technical difficulties and that the band would be returning to stage, to a member of the staff from promoters MCD appearing on stage to try and stop the ever-depleting crowd from leaving the building. Most of the crowd at this stage were livid and were calling for a refund of tickets, and many people left the venue angry with what had just happened. There are reports going around of people being ushered out of the venue when the house lights went up, and then not allowed back into the venue when the band finally did return on stage, but I can only give my experience of the night. The band returned after about an hour after they first arrived on stage to finish a set which included Rocket Queen, November Rain and Night Train, but their hearts were clearly not in it. The mighty Paradise City finally brought the longest hour and a half of my life performance to a close.
I remember
a video of it as well.
I remember reading a review about Reading. Oh, I want to say either 06 or 08. It was one of the years they didn't go. And Green Day were headlining. And do you know who was just underneath Green Day on that particular day?
Oh.
50 Cent.
Ah.
And 50 Cent...
those are different crowds.
Yeah, 50 Cent proceeded to play for about 20 minutes until the point that a deck chair was thrown at him. And he proceeded to leave. So Green Day came on a lot earlier, and I think they did like a whole bunch of Queen covers and whatever. And apparently it was a good time, but it was like I'm all for having a variety of different acts. Like Glastonbury's a really good place for that, and they do a really good job of getting interesting acts in, but also keeping it at least some kind of degree of quality. Now, I'm not here to critique 50 Cent in any kind of way, but I still think there's certainly for Reading Festival that you're really stretching at the limits that people accept in terms of musical variety.
I've been at several festivals where
I've been to a 50 Cent gig
where people have found the choice of kind of the band on before the band they want to see to be unacceptable.
Looks more like a deer than a fox.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, carry on.
Or like a tiny horse.
Yeah, a mule.
Yeah. Or a Shetland pony.
Oh, I love Shetland ponies.
I think that'd be one of your sweet spots. But the first Oxygen I went to, which is a festival nearby here that isn't on anymore. I don't know if I told the story in the podcast. I've certainly told you this story before, where I went to queue up for Arctic Monkeys.
And I killed it. Excellent. Of course you'd fucking critical hit, you fucking stupid bird.
This was the summer where Arctic Monkeys had just taken off.
Yeah.
And
2006, 2005?
2006. Because 2005 was the one I was too young to and regretted it because the two headliners were Green Day and Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
And Queens of the Stone Age
was
just underneath one of them, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But this year, it's 2006, so I'm queuing up and it's going to be in a row, which is going to be a very good time. Arctic Monkeys, then The Strokes, then The Who, then the Godfather of Soul, James Brown. So I am in for a treat, and I am queuing up, and who is on right before? Hard-Fi.
Oh, no.
Hard-Fi then, right? So people aren't feeling Hard-Fi at all because they're Hard-Fi. And what happens then is they decide to try and get this rock and roll crowd on side by covering Seven Nation Army, which the crowd find utterly unacceptable. Bottle them. It was the first time I'd ever seen a bottling because it was my first music festival. They got bottled. They ran off stage. Arctic Monkeys came on early. They came on. Everyone was very excited. They just started playing View from the Afternoon without saying anything, so everyone's going crazy. There's a bit... Oh, hold on. I'll come back to this story. We've got to name Vulpix. Fire Pony.
Alright, yeah.
Just inspirado struck me there. So they get bottled, they're off stage. Arctic Monkeys come on, start playing View from the Afternoon. Fire Pones.
You know what? Fuck it stays.
Fire Pones. He's gonna fire pone you. But yeah, they start playing View from the Afternoon, and if you're familiar with View from the Afternoon, there's a point at which the song stops for a few seconds, and that is usually a bit during Arctic Monkeys live sets. I've seen them several times where he does a bit of banter.
It's this thing called dynamics that a lot of bands don't understand.
So he does a bit of the bants
Yeah.
before they go back into the final kind of heavy. They smash back into the heavy part of the song at the end.
Don't believe the harp.
He walks up to the microphone during this silent part, and Alex Turner, I'm not going to do a Sheffield accent because I'll do as bad a job as you would.
Doing
He
any
goes,
accent.
do you know what I think?
Yeah.
And the silence, and he goes, Hardfi are fucking pussies. And it just starts playing the song again, and everyone goes crazy. I've also seen the crowd at Oxygen being very upset with Bowling for Soup because they covered Paranoid. And people did not like that. They did not like that at all. I have seen, I've gone to see, at Oxygen as well, I went to see the Raconteurs in 2008, and an Irish band called Republic of Loose were on before them, and people were so utterly disinterested in Republic of Loose, I couldn't hear the music over people talking, and I was near the speakers.
Did I tell you about the fact Jack has seen Funeral for a Friend about 13 times, and that's solely down to the fact that
They support everybody.
They supported everyone, and it was mainly Iron Maiden.
Yeah, my band for that is De Laurentiis, an Irish...
I was going to say, I have no idea who they are.
They're an Irish pop rocky sort of band. They're fine.
Yeah.
But I have seen them almost more than any other band.
Really?
Because they have supported so many. They've been at almost every festival I've ever been to, and they're usually on before a band I really want to see. And like I think I've seen them like 5-6 times.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. Yeah, I think I only just eked past them with going to see the Manics 6 times recently.
Speaking of excellent covers, or, well, yeah, in this case, excellent covers, you're talking about bad covers, but I've told you about when I saw We Are Scientists, and they came out to a superb cover of Against All Odds by Phil Collins, and ended with End of the Road by Boyz II Men.
You want to talk about a band whose stage banter is top notch.
Oh, my word.
They were dedicating songs at Oxygen to things they could see from the stage. So, they were dedicating it to individual food stalls, and then at one point they go, this next song goes out to bar ID required. Like, you know, in this modern world of kind of impersonal, what is it, retail.
Yeah.
Bar ID required has that mom and pop feel that is sorely lacking from establishments. And then they just start like Great Escape or something like that. It's fucking good times.
Like, so
I always forget, We Are Scientists, I think, would be the best band in the world to interview, because every interview I've read with them is hysterically funny.
I have interviewed them.
Still, right, the bass player. What's the bass player's name?
I have no
Got the
idea
fabulous mustache. He had what I still think is the best response to any question that has ever been asked in the world.
Yeah.
He was asked by Peter Robinson at NME. He was asked, what do you see it's like for the legacy of the band, or what do you see in the future for We Are Scientists?
Yeah.
And he said these words, and I cut this quote out and I put it on my wall at home. It was that good. I legitimately did that. He said, I want We Are Scientists to become synonymous with speedboats. And that was the end of the answer. That was all you needed to say.
Oh, boy. No, I
God bless those men. Fine men.